OnlyFans has become one of the most talked about platforms in recent years, especially in the context of adult content. But what makes OnlyFans stand out isn't just the explicit material. It's the way it has redefined the relationship between creators and consumers, turning loneliness into a profitable business model. In this video, we're going to explore how OnlyFans monetizes lonely men by exploiting psychological vulnerabilities and creating a sense of connection that keeps users coming back for more. To understand why OnlyFans is so effective, we first need to take a step back and look at how the consumption of adult content has evolved over the years. In the past, pornography was a passive experience. Whether it was through magazines, VHS tapes, or online videos, the user was simply a viewer, a consumer of content with no real interaction beyond pressing play. This dynamic began to shift with the rise of social media and live streaming. Platforms like YouTube, Twitch, and Instagram introduced a new form of interaction where viewers could engage directly with content creators. Suddenly, the lines between audience and performer started to blur. OnlyFans took this concept and applied it to adult content. Instead of just watching explicit videos, users could now interact with the creators, chatting with them, requesting specific content, and even receiving personalized messages. This interaction creates the illusion of a relationship, one that feels more intimate and personal than traditional forms of pornography. And for many men who feel isolated, lonely, or inadequate in their personal lives, this sense of connection can be incredibly compelling. Let's dive into a fictional example to illustrate how this works. Meet John, a 28-year-old man who has struggled with feelings of loneliness and inadequacy for most of his life. John's experiences with women have been limited and largely negative. In school, he was often teased for his looks and awkwardness, and these early experiences left deep scars on his self-esteem. As a result, John has come to believe that he is unattractive and unworthy of genuine affection. One day, John stumbles upon OnlyFans through an online forum where others are discussing the personalized attention they receive from creators. Intrigued by the idea of feeling noticed and valued by someone, even if only online, John decides to give it a try. He subscribes to a few creators, and what starts as casual viewing quickly escalates. The ability to chat with these creators, request specific content, and receive direct messages makes John feel a sense of connection he has never experienced before. But this connection is an illusion. It's a carefully crafted facade designed to keep John engaged and spending money. The creators are kind and attentive, but every interaction comes with a price. The more John spends, the more he feels valued and validated. For someone who has spent most of his life feeling invisible, this is incredibly addictive. It fills a void in his life that nothing else has managed to fill. As time goes on, John notices that the more he engages, the more he spends. He begins to justify these expenses to himself. It's just a small price to pay for feeling good, he thinks. But what John doesn't realize is that this is exactly how OnlyFans is designed to work. The platform capitalizes on his emotional needs, offering just enough interaction to keep him hooked, but always with a price tag attached. Over time, John finds himself spending more and more money on the platform, chasing that fleeting feeling of connection and validation. This example highlights a key psychological principle that OnlyFans exploits: the human need for validation. In many ways, validation matters more to us than reassurance. We all want to feel seen, heard, and understood. And when someone validates our feelings, even if those feelings are negative, it can be incredibly powerful. For John, the validation he receives on OnlyFans, however artificial it may be, feels real. It taps into his deep-seated insecurities and offers him a sense of worth that he struggles to find elsewhere. But why is this validation so addictive? To answer that, we need to understand how our brains work. When we experience something that makes us feel good, our brains release dopamine, a chemical that reinforces behaviors by making us want to repeat them. This is why activities like eating, socializing, and even watching TV can be so pleasurable. They all trigger dopamine release. In the case of OnlyFans, The platform is designed to maximize this dopamine response. Each interaction, each personalized message, each new piece of content is carefully crafted to keep users like John coming back for more. OnlyFans also plays on the concept of scarcity. When a creator offers a limited-time discount, a personalized message, or an exclusive piece of content, it creates a sense of urgency. John feels compelled to act quickly, fearing that he might miss out on something special. This scarcity drives engagement and, ultimately, spending. The platform uses these psychological triggers to create a cycle of dependency, where users feel increasingly attached to the creators and the content they consume. But this isn't just about spending money. It's about how that spending makes John feel. Every time he tips a creator or buys a custom video, he feels a rush of excitement, a sense of accomplishment. He's not just buying content. He's buying a connection, a relationship, however one-sided it may be. And this is where OnlyFans truly monetizes loneliness. It turns emotional vulnerability into a revenue stream, offering users a fleeting sense of connection in exchange for their money. The business model of OnlyFans is simple but highly effective. Creators earn money through subscriptions, tips, and custom content requests. The platform takes a percentage of these earnings, making it a lucrative business for both creators and the company itself. But beyond the money, what makes OnlyFans so powerful is its ability to create a sense of intimacy that feels real, even though it's not. This illusion of intimacy is what keeps users engaged and spending, often far beyond what they initially intended. However, this model raises significant ethical questions. Is it fair to exploit someone's loneliness for profit? Are platforms like OnlyFans contributing to a deeper sense of isolation among users? On the one hand, creators on OnlyFans are empowered to earn money on their own terms, often making a living by providing a service that is in high demand. On the other hand, the platform's success is built on the emotional needs of its users, many of whom are struggling with issues like loneliness, low self-esteem, and social anxiety. The impact on mental health is another critical concern. For users like John, the constant pursuit of validation on OnlyFans can lead to addiction, financial strain, and a deeper sense of isolation. The more time and money they spend on the platform, the more they may feel disconnected from the real world. This can create a vicious cycle where the user becomes increasingly dependent on the platform for their sense of self-worth, while real-life relationships and responsibilities fall by the wayside. So, what can be done about this? First and foremost, it's essential to recognize that the issue isn't just about abstaining from platforms like OnlyFans. Simply quitting may not address the underlying psychological needs that drive the addiction in the first place. Instead, it's crucial to understand what those needs are and to find healthier ways to meet them. Therapy can be an invaluable tool for individuals struggling with addiction to platforms like OnlyFans. A therapist can help users like John explore the root causes of their loneliness and low self-esteem, providing strategies for building genuine connections in the real world. Additionally, mindfulness practices, such as meditation, can help individuals become more aware of their emotional triggers and learn to manage them more effectively. Another important step is to focus on building real relationships. While online interactions can be fulfilling to a certain extent, they are no substitute for genuine, face-to-face connections. Engaging in social activities, pursuing hobbies, and spending time with friends and family can help combat feelings of loneliness and provide a more stable foundation for self-worth. Finally, there's the question of platform responsibility. Should OnlyFans and similar platforms take more proactive steps to mitigate the potential negative impacts on their users? This could involve offering resources for mental health support, implementing spending limits, or even creating features that encourage users to take breaks and reflect on their usage habits. In conclusion, OnlyFans has managed to tap into a deep and often unspoken need for connection and validation among its users, particularly lonely men. By offering an illusion of intimacy, the platform has created a highly profitable business model, but one that comes with significant ethical and psychological implications. As we move forward in this increasingly digital age, It's important to consider the impact of such platforms on our mental health and to seek out healthier, more sustainable ways to meet our emotional needs. If you found this video insightful, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. And if you or someone you know is struggling with addiction or loneliness, there are resources available to help. Thank you for watching, and take care.